So we've talked about a couple of the tools up here. We've talked about our trim tool, and there are a couple different versions of it, our selector tool, and our grabber tool, and a couple different versions of that. I'm now going to show you something called the Smart Tool, which switches between all of these depending on where your mouse is placed. I can get to the Smart Tool by clicking up here, and you'll see all three of these are highlighted, or I can press any combination of F6, 7, and 8. Any two of them will select the Smart Tool. Now you'll notice I can set the Trim tool to one of the other trim tools other than Standard, and the same with the Grabber tool, let's say Separation. And when I go into the Smart Tool, it keeps the particular trim tool and the particular type of grabber tool that I chose. The one exception is Object. You can't use an object grabber with the Smart Tool. If I go into the Smart Tool, it changes it back to the time grabber. Okay, so now that we've got the Smart Tool, what can we do with it? Let's zoom in a little bit on our harmony. Okay, so if I use my Smart Tool, when I'm in the center of a region, you'll see it looks like a selector. I can select, I can drag, I can do everything I'm doing with the selector tool. If I move to one of my edges, it becomes a trim tool. I'm going to go back to my standard trim tool, go back to my Smart Tool, and you'll notice that I can drag left and right. I can drag the end left and right. If I go to the bottom part of the region, it turns into a grabber. Up top, selector, bottom, grabber. I can move it all around. So it's a combination of selector, trimmer, and grabber based on where I am in the region. Now there's one more thing that you can do with the Smart Tool, and that's create fades. And I'll talk about that in the next lesson.